Hey there, welcome back to Rondell Designs. So today's video I actually filmed back in February of 2020, pre-plague. This video is still super relevant now more than ever. It's all about how to price your handmade products. So I go through how I work out my cost of materials, cost of time to make, and then how I work out to get my wholesale price as well as my retail price. Since recording, I actually have upped my prices, both wholesale and retail, because I talk about how I've realized I wasn't actually charging enough. So I hope you get something out of this video. Leave a comment below and let me know what other videos you'd like to see regarding handmade businesses. Enjoy! Hey everyone! Okay, today's video is how to work out your prices for your handmade products. Now this is a really important one, really important one. And if you can get it right at the start, unlike me, you are going to be really on track to get a successful business from the very beginning. Now, why is it important to work out how much it actually costs you to make your products? Because you need to know these, because you might be thinking, okay, I'm going to sell, for instance, when I first started, I was selling my wheat bags for $18. I wasn't really making any money. I was like, yeah, then it cost me a few dollars per piece to get printed, but you have to work out how much time it costs to make your product. If you're in the handmade business game, you need to cost in your make time. I know a lot of people don't, a lot of people are scared to do this, but if you want to take your handmade business to the next level, make it an actual proper profitable business, you have to cost in your time to make the product. Okay, so it's a bit scary, I know, it is, and sometimes you might find that the product you're trying to sell, when you do cost in your make time, it just blows it out of the water and makes it just not a viable option to sell. And that can be sad, but you know what, you need to know that. You need to know if your product is viable, because you don't want to do what I've been doing, which is you get a wholesale, especially this is probably more towards wholesale as well. So you get a big wholesale order, yay, fantastic. You invoice your lovely customers, they pay you, you've got all this money in the bank, woo! Then you have to pay for your printing of your fabric, I have to pay for my wheat, I have to pay for all these things. Once I've costed it out and then spent the time making the order, I find that my bank account is back to zero again. So I'm just literally, I have been for the last 5 years, chasing my tail. Money comes in, money goes out. Money comes in, money goes out. So clearly I have some issues with my profit margins. And that is what, 2020, I'm getting them all sorted. So we're in February right now, halfway through February. I haven't done a cost analysis on my products for probably, I would say maybe nearly 2 years. And there's been quite a few price increases for organic wheat in Australia over the last few years, just with the drought and everything. And I haven't costed that into my prices. So I really need to do that. So I'm going to walk you through in this video how I cost out my price for my organic wheat bags. I will also, I need to do this for my eye pillows as well. My other products like my greeting cards, they're pretty well costed, but I'm gonna show you the process of how I actually work out my cost of materials, my cost of time, and everything, pull it together and do the sums. So then you can maybe get an idea how to do it for yourself. Now with time, I actually am costing out my time at $30 an hour. The reason I'm doing this is it's a bit more than like a minimum wage price, but I believe, you know, I'm running my own business. I need to be sort of valuing my time a little bit. And then obviously once I'm super profitable, I'll up that right up to like, you know, $50, $60, $70 an hour if I'm doing really well in my business. So I'll only be doing tasks that are super viable and profitable. But for now, I think $30 an hour is reasonable. And I'm gonna work it out on that. So I'll show you exactly how I do that. So I've set my timer to work out how long it takes me to create my wheat bag from start to finish. I've included the cutting of the original calico that I send to my printer. Then I've included cutting out the fronts of the wheat bag and the backs of the wheat bag, and then I stitch them all together. Now I'm doing 12 wheat bags here because it's easy for me to do quite a few and then divide the time equally, because sometimes one might take longer than the other if my sewing machine thread runs out or the bobbin runs out or something like that. So it's a good idea to do sort of a few of that one product and time it out and then divide it by the number of products you actually made. So here I'm doing 12. So when I get to the time that it took to make these 12 watermelon wheat bags, I'll then divide that time by the number of wheat bags. So you need to do that too for your products if you're not sure how long one product actually takes you to make. So it ended up taking me 90 minutes to make 12 wheat bags. It was 85 minutes, but I added in an extra 5 minutes for the tags that I didn't make in this time. So what I need to do then is 90 minutes divided by 12, which got me to 7.5 minutes to make one wheat bag. So I now do 60 minutes divided by 7.5 equals 8. So that tells me I can make 8 wheat bags in 1 hour. Now, based on the hourly rate that I've chosen, I will do $30 per hour divided by 8 equals $3.75. So it cost me $3.75 to make my wheat bag. Next, I want to work out the cost of my wheat. So I get my wheat in 20 kilo bags and it costs $47.35. I've weighed my wheat bags and the average weight is 750 grams. So then I take the 20 kilos divided by 0.75 equals 26.67. So that means I get just over 26 wheat bags out of one 20 kilo bag. So to work out the final price, I do $47.35 divided by 26.67, which gives me $1.78 cost per wheat bag. Now the next thing we're going to work out is the cost of fabric. So to do this, I have got my calico cost $4 per meter. I get 4 print squares per meter. So the print squares are what I cut up and send to my fabric printer. So one print square costs $1. Now I get 3 wheat bag images per print square, which means I do $1, which is the cost of fabric, divided by 3. That means for each wheat bag print, it costs me 33.33 cents. Now I'm doing the front, which is printed, and then I do the back, which is just plain calico. So I just need to times that 33.33 times 2, which I round up to 67 cents per wheat bag for fabric. Now the next price I need to work out is my cost of printing. So as I said, I get 3 wheat bag prints per print square, and each print square costs me $10. So all I need to do is take 10 divided by 3, and that gives me $3.33 per print. So that's all of my costs to make one wheat bag. Now I've added it up, it comes to $9.63. Now to get my wholesale prices, I will times that by 2, and then to get my retail prices, I times it by 2 again. Now I've got a little bit of a problem. The prices that I've worked out for my wheat bags are actually quite a bit more than my current prices. So I currently wholesale my wheat bags for $14.95 and retail for $29.95. So basing it on the $30 per hour labor cost, working out the new costings actually bumps my wheat bags up to higher than I'm comfortably upping my prices, because it is quite a jump. So what I did is reworked out some prices at different labor costs per hour, and I've gotten it to $21 per hour. So it's not the $30 per hour that I'm wanting to work for at the rate, but this is a temporary measure to make sure that I'm upping my prices to a reasonable amount. But what I need to do now is be aware, when I'm making my wheat bags, I'm working at $21 an hour. So it's less than I want to be working at. And in the next 3 months, I'm going to keep it at that price and see if I can get some of my other costs down. So maybe I can find my organic wheat a little bit cheaper. I might also explore my calico, see if I can buy a calico from a new wholesaler perhaps. And my printing, I really can't, that's probably not going to get much cheaper because I do want to stay with my current printer, who is another local small business, and I'm really happy with them. And part of my business model is to support other local businesses. So it really would be, I could go and get my prints done in China for probably 20 cents compared to $3.33. But one of my core values in my business is the sustainability side of it and keeping things as local as possible to reduce my environmental impact. When I take my prints to get printed, I drive half an hour. They don't have to come on a gigantic shipping container or an aeroplane from halfway across the world. You know, I know that China's not halfway across the world, but you know what I mean. My business is based on those principles and those ethics. So that when you're working out your prices, that might not be one of your higher priorities, which, you know, everyone's different. Everyone has their main values in their business. So that's something you do need to consider. So what I'm going to show you now is my new prices worked out based on, instead of the $30 per hour rate, the $21 per hour rate. And like I said, I'll be making these wheat bags knowing that that's probably one of the first jobs that I need to try and outsource to somebody else who I can pay, you know, a junior perhaps, if one of my children who are teenagers want to come and learn, maybe they might be a good option, or somebody else, you know, another local parent who just wants a part-time job. If I can pay them slightly above the minimum, which is around $21, $22 mark, then I'm within this new price that I have worked out, which is still definitely an increase on my previous prices. And it was actually quite shocking to me when I did this price analysis to realize how under the price I have been charging. So this is my new costings based on $21 an hour. So as you can see, it brings it down to $8.50 per wheat bag, times by 2 is 17, which works great for me because my new wholesale prices will be $16.95, so it's just 5 cents out, and my retail prices will be $34.95, and it's asking me here to do it at $34, so that works out quite well. So guys, that's how I worked out my pricing. Now, the next final step before confirming the new price increase, I just did a little market value test. So I just Googled organic wheat bags Melbourne and just saw what was out there, and just to see, because if you are selling for a price that is way under market value, even once you've worked out your costings and that's the right price, if you're way under, you may want to just add up a little bit extra to get into where the market is anyway. And likewise, if I had stuck with my $30 an hour labor cost pricing, to be selling retail my organic wheat bags for $40, it's just, that's really taking it to the higher end of what's out there at the moment. And maybe one day I'll be doing that. I'll get there and I can sell them for $45 each. But at this point in time, going from $29.95 to $40 was too much of an increase for me. But when I did do the market analysis, looking at what's out there in the organic wheat bag world, the pricings are around sort of the $35 to $37. So for me, I was comfortable I'm increasing my retail prices from $29.95 to $34.95 because I was probably underselling myself a little bit, to be honest. So that's how I've worked out my prices, my product prices. I'm now going to go and do that again on my iPillows and my mini rice bags, just to make sure that I'm in the right zone of prices, because you can see I'm wearing different clothes. When I did the initial cost analysis, I was really upset. I was really disappointed that I've been selling myself short for quite a while, just because I didn't know the numbers. In business, that is the number one thing. You need to know your numbers. If you don't know your numbers, you're blind. So if I can really encourage you to do anything in your business, if you don't already know your exact pricing, just sit down, spend a day, work it out, because it might be shocking to you if you're selling things for a lot cheaper than you should be, but at least then you'll know, and then you can make improvements, either one giant leap or step-by-step improvements to make sure that your prices are set right for you to succeed in your handmade business. So that's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'd love to see any comments that you might have, any suggestions, if it was clear to understand or if it wasn't, feel free to let me know. Thanks for watching and see you next time.